So today we're going to have a conversation about Ted Lasso season 2 finale, and I might have a little bit of a different angle on it because I'm Dr. Alicia Granholm, leadership coach and consultant, helping you thrive in your leadership and life. Okay, so spoiler alert. If you have not seen the final episode yet of Ted Lasso season 2, pause, go and watch it, and then come back and watch this video because I will be sharing spoiler alerts of the season finale in this episode. Let's get started. So I'm going to share the 5 parts of the season 2 finale that really stood out to me. And then I'm going to share my thoughts on season 2 overall and what I really hope to see in season 3. Okay, so the season finale opens with the sports commentators commenting on Ted leaving a match because of the panic attack that he had. And one of the commentators says this: Ted Lasso is clearly not fit to coach. If your ship is being attacked and you run to the bridge, you want to find a captain whose brain works. I am so grateful that the season finale opens with this conversation because there are a ton of myths about mental health. And one in particular is that people that have mental health conditions can choose when they're being affected by them. And that if you just try hard enough, you can get over them and you can cope regardless of what is happening around you. So there's this myth that you can choose when a panic attack is going to happen or when you're wrestling and struggling with depression or anxiety or any other mental health conditions. And that someone's mental health condition can disqualify them from something. And I think this opening scene really kind of lays bare onto the table what a lot of people really do think when it comes to mental health and mental health conditions and the ideals that we have about what leaders can and should be like. So the next scene that really stands out to me is Ted's speech to the team. Y'all found out about something somewhere when you should have found out about it from me first. But I chose not to tell you all, and that was dumb. You know, fellas, we make a lot of choices in our lives every single day, ranging from, am I really about to eat something called Greek yogurt, to should I leave my family and take a job halfway around the world? Me choosing not to be forthright with y'all, that was a bad choice. And I can't be wasting time wishing for a do-over on all that because that ain't how choices work. No, sir. No, that choice, I am never getting that back because every choice is a chance, fellas. And I didn't give myself the chance to build further trust with y'all. Now I hope y'all can forgive me for what I've done because I sure as heck wouldn't want any of y'all to hold anything back with me. I can't tell you how many things I love about this speech as a leadership coach and consultant. First, Ted brings up the article immediately with the team. Ted owns his mistake for the team hearing about his panic attack in the paper instead of from himself personally. He acknowledges that the team should have heard it from him first before they read about it in the morning news. Ted acknowledges the trust that he might have lost with the team members because they didn't hear this news from him personally, and he knows that this can be a major factor in starting to foster distrust between him and the team. And then he uses it as an amazing teaching moment about choices and the choices that we make in life. And then he asks for forgiveness. Oh, how I love this speech. So the next time that I make a mistake or you make a mistake, let's revisit this speech because it's a great reminder of how we should obviously own our own mistake, but also where we go from there and bringing up the reality that trust is always an issue when mistakes are made. And at the end of the day, we really want forgiveness so that we can move forward and know that we're okay. And number 3 is when Higgins tells Keeley, a good mentor hopes you move on. A great mentor knows you will. This is so spot on and such a great reminder of how it is that we can really serve well those that we're leading. For us to expect them to always stay with us, honestly, it's super selfish. It's true that the best leaders and mentors not only hope that those that they're mentoring and leading will move on, but that they expect them to, and honestly even expect them to supersede them someday. And really, isn't that our role as leaders and mentors anyway? To set those around us up for success and maybe even more success than we ourselves experience? And then number 4 is when Ted says to Nate, what is it? What'd I do? You're mad as hell at me. I just want to know why. What have I got to learn here? This is so good. Ted knows that Nate is super angry with him. And his response is not simply seeking to understand, but also what he can learn from it. It's such a good example of what to do when someone is mad at us. We always have something to learn from the situation, so why not make that our intention instead of probably trying to justify ourselves and our actions or what we might have said. And then scene number 5 is Ted's post-game press conference. When Ted says, "Right off the cricket bat, I want to address the article written by our good friend, Mr. Trent Krim I want to share with y'all the truth about my recent struggles with anxiety and, well, my overall concern about the way we discuss and deal with mental health in athletics." I honestly can't love this part of the season finale more. After the team is promoted, Ted uses the press conference not to talk about himself as a coach or his coaching staff or the team and what just happened. No, he uses his platform to have a conversation about mental health. There are so many things that he could have used that press conference for, but instead chooses to be vulnerable and talk about his mental health condition and struggles. It definitely begs us to ask ourselves what it is that we are using our platforms for. So in season 2, we're definitely seeing more of a behind the scenes and how the characters are being developed throughout the show. One of the character developments that I really love is Keeley's and who she's becoming and just her professional success throughout the season. And I have to say that one of the things I hope not to see in season 3 is her and Roy breaking up because of her professional success. I personally know so many incredibly successful women who also struggle in the relationship arena and struggle to find men who really complement them well and support their professional success. I personally believe that women can both have professional success and a meaningful love life at the same time. So season 2, I loved it. So what about you? What did you think of season 2? Were there scenes from the finale that really stood out to you? Make sure to tell me in the comments below because I'd love to hear what you thought about the season and the season finale for sure. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button so more people can find it on YouTube. Share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you next week.